Kyle here. This is another little vlog, or whatever. I don't really care what it's called. Video log. It doesn't really have much zazz to it, does it? No. Anyways, I'm uploading my HQ video. So I just thought I'd do this real quick. You know, basically what I've been up to, what's been going on at Comics MD here in Accokeek, Maryland. Well, there's been a little increase in Warhammer 40k players. There's a guy, Brian, who plays Harlequin. He's thinking of starting either a Tyranid or a Dark Eldar army, or Blood Angels army, because they're getting redone here pretty soon. Well, supposedly being redone in the next couple of months. But Dark Eldar are also rumored to be redone as well. So he's kind of trying to figure out what he wants to do. Right now he has a 3rd edition Harlequin army, but he wants to make a army that's 5th edition. Even though he mopped the floor with me with his Harlequin army, which I'll get into detail of that in a little bit. What happened? Why I didn't have a video up for about a week and a half? I had my wisdom teeth taken out, as I have said in the previous vlog. It was postponed due to weather. I had them taken out on the 22nd. I think it was a Monday. It was on Monday, but I don't know if it was the 22nd. Was it the 22nd? I don't care. So I had 3 taken out, 2 on this side, top, bottom, 1 on the top here. This side healed faster because the top heals faster than the bottom. The bottom still aches a little bit, but it's not unbearable. It just, whenever I tighten my cheek muscle here, or whenever I sort of do that, it just feels a little weird, but a couple days it'll be fine. But anyways, the big thing that's going on at Comics MD now is my buddy Daryl and he plays Space Orcs. He's a really good Space Orcs player. He's been playing around at the same time I have. He maybe a couple months longer. He has this big orc army of thousands of points, maybe 2,000-3,000 points of orcs. We've played quite a few games where he's really cool. He's a really good player. He's a good sport, great sportsmanship, you know. And he wants to get 4 people together, him and I and 2 other people, to do a big King of the Hill game. Now it might be $12.50 each, because we don't want it to be too big, because it'll take too long to pull off. Because it's a 4-way, basically a 4-way single objective battle. So it's probably going to take a while to actually do, because there's going to be a lot of fighting going on. Because you basically got to take out your opponent. You know, there's going to be a lot of fighting, because it's a 4-way single objective, King of the Hill. Now I'm going to pick out something special tomorrow for the King of the Hill game. It's a special piece of terrain that just looks so cool, and it will fit with the story of the battle. It's going to be a themed battle. Basically, there's this objective, which will be unnamed until tomorrow, that when I buy this piece of terrain, and if the army that captures this piece of terrain, either it be Space Marines, which would be me, Orcs, which would be Daryl, or any of the 2 other people, or maybe 1 other person. We don't know if it'll be 3 or 4 people. We want to get 4 people, because the board's going to be set up a certain way for 4 people. And whoever can capture this artifact will gain a lot of knowledge about the past. So everybody can benefit, any army can benefit from this knowledge, including orcs. Even though they're a bunch of bumbling children with giant guns, pretty much. I really shouldn't say stuff like that. I'm sure a lot of orc players will be very upset with me. I don't intend to insult any orc players. I myself have some orcs from Assault on Blackreach. I've actually thought about making an army of them, but that's for something in the future. Now, for this King of the Hill game, there's going to be a center circle, and then there's going to be roads going to each corner. And then the rest of it's going to be impassable. You can't shoot over it, you can't shoot through it, you can't go in it. It's going to be a very, very fucked up kind of thing. There might be a couple other pieces of terrain, like some trees and stuff, that'll kind of screw you up and break line of sight here and there, but other than that, it's going to be one big bloodbath in the middle of the map. So yeah, I will have the piece of terrain tomorrow. I will make a video on the terrain. It's from Pegasus Hobbies. It's outrageously cool. It fits the it's good for fantasy and Warhammer 40k. So I will have an update every week on the King of the Hill game. And if anybody wants to participate, go to google.com and type in, or go to Google and type in ComicsMD, where we reside in Southern Maryland. Well, I wouldn't really say Southern, but around Southern Maryland. It's in Accokeek, Maryland. It's like 8 minutes from Walworth. I think it's in Prince Frederick. I'm not sure. I mean, if anybody wants to correct me, please do. I love to be corrected so I don't end up making the same mistake twice. But anyways, the last week I played a Harlequin 3rd edition army with 5th edition rules. We both put too much, well, I set up the table. I put a little bit too much terrain on the table. And it broke a lot of line of sight, which actually made it quite interesting. And it was actually a learning experience. Now I had my Marines versus the Harlequins, 1250 points. Because that's all I really have. I mean, I think I might have about 1300 points now. But I'm increasing slowly, and I'm adding some stuff on to eat up more points. I'm going to try to get some heavy support here pretty soon, next couple of weeks. But anyways, the big thing that happened was a Harlequin 3rd edition army is all melee. They don't even have armor saves. They have cover saves, which was 4+, because of their armor acted as cover in some way. I don't understand. And he had this elite that had like 16 attacks. I don't remember what it was called, but it was a female character. It was an independent character. And apparently it walked up to my Terminator squad. We locked into an assault. It was I have a 5-man Terminator squad with Storm Bolters and Power Fists, one with a relic, or a Power Storm, which was a Sergeant. Took out 4 out of 5 of my Terminators in one shot with 16 attacks. And my single Terminator outran the character, regrouped and kept on going. He was one left, along with my combat squad, which got knocked out by another group. I don't remember what they were called. But my last Terminator was wetting his armor and running away. And kind of sucks, really. I mean, my Dreadnought finally turned. He didn't have a las cannon, but he took the missile launcher and one shot and basically instant killed the character. Because it was 4 strength, it was 8 strength, but the character was 4 toughness, so it got one-shotted, no matter how many wounds it had on it. Just got blown to pieces. And his HQs, he left his HQs in the back of the board, so if he managed to take out all my infantry, it would eat up, I wouldn't have a whole lot, and then he'd just walk up and take me out. Anyway, so it was a real good learning experience. I didn't win, but if I ever fight a Harlequin army again, I'll be sure to keep the board open so that I can pull some shots off, because when I was shooting, there was this point where my Rhino, I had my Rhino next to this hill, and there was this tiny little gap. It was probably about a fourth of an inch, like a quarter of an inch gap. But I had 3 Marines that could shoot through that hole, and I took out like 2 Harlequins with it. And they couldn't shoot back because they were standing there like just standing there. Took out like 3 of them. But anyways, I gotta cut this thing short. I'll have another vlog maybe later today, tomorrow. Of course, tomorrow I'll have the piece to train, which I love it so much. It's $25, but I love it so much. But anyways, bye.